The final battle between Leon and Ash was by far the peak of Pokemon Journeys. Everything after that was kind of filler, let's be honest. So when fans were finally done watching Journeys and it was later announced that the series would be retiring Ash as the main character, fans were understandably very sad. But what if in another timeline, Ash was still the MC going into Pokemon Horizons? In fact, what would Horizons look like without Liko, Roy, and all these other characters? What kind of journey would we now see from our new Pokemon Master? My name is Pokey, and in today's video, we answer the big question: what if Ash never left the Pokemon anime? Now, this question is very open-ended and leaves a lot to be desired. But in this video, I'm going to be giving my take on Ash's journey in Paldea by bringing in lots of the story and characters in Scarlet and Violet while still retaining that Ash we know and love from the past series. So with all that out of the way, let's get started, shall we? So with each Pokemon series, Ash always has a group that he partners up with, that's obvious. But who would accompany him going into Paldea? Would it be a pre-existing party of old companions, or would it be a new companion party? And apparently I can't even speak my own language because it took me 10 takes to say that. Yeah, I'm not joking. Now, if Ash never left and assuming he aged up, which in this hypothetical question will do just that, I think it's best off to make him join up a whole new group, and here's why. In this what if scenario, we need to have a huge time skip since this is teenager Ash. And since this is a huge step in Ash's journey and considering a lot's gonna change, I think it's pretty reasonable for out with the old and in comes the new, you know what I mean? And for his new group, what better team could there be than Arven and Nemona? I mean, you saw the thumbnail, how could this not happen, let's be honest. Arven and Nemona just have to be the companions, not only because, you know, they're the only ones worth mentioning, but because they would fit so well. Nemona would be the perfect rival to Ash, considering she's all about battling, while Arven would always be the one just chilling and having fun, adventuring, and also calming stuff down when things get too heated between the two of them. It's the perfect trio that we could see since the Indigo League days with Misty and Brock. They could genuinely make up quite literally top 3 companion group in all of the Pokemon anime. I'm not joking. So now that we've discussed who Ash would be traveling with, we now have to discuss what the actual plot of the series would be. Now this part is a bit tricky since Ash has already become the strongest trainer on the planet, but even still I think I got an amazing idea. Since Ash is the strongest trainer, he could instead spend his time training Nemona. Not only that, but while he's training Nemona, we could also see him take on the gym challenge again, since it's been ages since he's actually fought gyms before. It would not only bring back old nostalgia, but would make lots of sense for Ash to be training new trainers like Nemona and possibly Arven along the way. And as Nemona gets stronger and stronger, she could eventually be able to go somewhat toe-to-toe against Ash, since you know she's trained by the very best. And then after the climactic gym challenge, we get our typical Pokemon League, but this time it's a bit different. Usually it would be a bunch of different trainers all coming together and facing each other, but this time it won't be everyone against each other, but everyone against Ash. Since Ash is officially the Pokemon Master, seeing him face off in sort of a gauntlet would go to show how powerful of a trainer he truly is. This would be practically one of the first times we get to see an official battle tree type format in the Pokemon anime done this way before. But the main purpose of the journey itself is to have Ash realize his purpose of what he wants to do in life after becoming the world's strongest trainer. And eventually he realizes he wants to train the next generation of promising trainers. So eventually towards the end of the series, we can finally see people who worked their butt off and battled against strong trainers like Paul or Alon. Heck, even champions such as Diantha or Steven. With it all leading up to the final battle, Nemona versus Ash, teacher versus student. This makes perfect sense to Ash's character since his whole joy in life is Pokemon battling, and that still remains true, but he's doing it while helping other trainers improve, which is something our best buddy always does and has done in the past. Now most of the series would mainly consist of travels across the region while setting into places and training Nemona or other trainers, but still following the storyline of the games where we discover the professors in Arven's entire past, which would really help develop his character. Overall, the story would still follow Ash, but the plot would revolve around Ash helping everyone else improve just as his past friends have done for him. Now that we established both the plot and the character group behind Ash's Paldean journey, we're going to now move on to his new and improved Pokemon team. Now what would his team consist of, you might be asking? Well, that would be a mixture of everybody. Aiming to be a Pokemon Master showed us that it's possible for Ash to use his old Pokemon. Nothing is really stopping him, let's be honest. So for him to rotate and juggle his team every season of the series would make sense and feel fun, or at least for me. We could get some of his old ace Pokemon like Greninja and Infernape while also seeing some of his more underrated mons like Talonflame and Rowlet. He would continue to change his team, but overall his main Pokemon would be Pikachu, obviously. I feel like it just makes sense since there's no reason for Ash to catch new Pokemon anymore, since he's done all that before. And Arven and Nemona are both there to handle the Paldean Pokemon, so Ash doesn't need to do that at all. Wait, what just happened to the video? What the? Yuki? Is that you? I never gave you an actual consciousness. How are you? How the heck did you even do that? What? I'm so confused right now, but fine. We'll talk at the end of the video and everyone else can see too. Sure, I guess. We could try it out and see how it goes. Alright. Can you tell the audience what we're going to talk about next? Thanks, Yuki. I'll take it from here. So Yuki's right. What would the villain group of this new series be in Paldea? And let me start off by saying no, it's not going to be Team Star, since they're not really a villain group. They're just a bunch of, A bunch of sad babies. Now, the real villain of the series would be pretty easy to decide on by far, without a doubt going to be absolutely no one. Here's the thing. Although it's fun sometimes to have an overarching villain and their villain team, we just don't have the actual source material to go after that. The last good villains we had were during the Kalos region with the Team Flare arc, and that was possible because of the powerful legendaries like Zygarde. But Paldea doesn't have anything worth taking over for. It's a very bland region when it comes to legendaries. If you want to point fingers here, then I guess it would be the AI Professor, but it's not going to be a huge arc since it's just a conclusion to Arven's character. Now, the way I see the series ending isn't with some apocalypse, but rather with Nemona and Ash's battle at the Pokemon League and her nearly beating Ash, bringing him down to his last two Pokemon, whoever those Pokemon are. And her nearly beating Ash will show the world that anyone can become a powerful trainer, just like Ash once set out to do. Nemona then takes Ash's place and becomes a mentor to future characters down the line, striving to become trainers just like her and Ash. And as Ash's story concludes, another trainer's story begins. This is what I believe is the proper way to conclude this hypothetical series in a way that's both logical and also fulfilling. And this could also be a nice way to introduce Nemona to the new MC to kind of recall Ash's adventures and provide morale to all trainers. Now, the real question is, who would be the main character that takes Ash's place in this new series? Well, I could see the Pokemon Company making a new trainer that sort of idolizes either Nemona or Ash and vows to one day become a trainer that can eventually beat them in a Pokemon battle. One of the best examples of this is in Beyblade Burst Turbo, where a new MC by the name of Iger takes the old MC's place and his goal is to overtake Volt, the old MC, as the best blader in the world. I think it would be a simple but also a very well done continuation, since we could also see some of Ash's past stories being retold by Nemona and Arven. Maybe our new MC also finds himself meeting one of Ash's old companions from Sun and Moon or Indigo League, who knows? And I also want to say that by no means am I saying that Pokemon Horizons is garbage, and saying stuff like Ash should have stayed the MC. I'm actually going to make a Horizons review video soon and answering that exact question, so subscribe if you want to see that. Now, that's what I believe would have happened if Ash never left the Pokemon anime. I'd also love to hear what you guys think would have happened if Ash never left the anime in the comments below, as I do read and respond to a lot of my comments. But that's all Yuki wrote, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay, Yuki, spill. How the heck did you get a consciousness? Yeah, this is incredibly stupid. You're stupid. Wait, don't cry. Oh my gosh. Here, how about if you stop crying, I'll let you join in on the videos from now on. I mean, yeah, why not? Yeah, sure, but it's gonna feel a little weird now since I won't be able to talk through you anymore. But I guess since you're in actual consciousness now, it'd be nice if I could have some help. Alright, well, let's get to work.